It is my honor and privilege to do this next introduction. A Gainesville, Georgia native, Judi Turner. Judi moved to Nashville to join the staff of the Country Music Association, where she rose to Director of Public Information. After 6 years at CMA, she joined the staff of Network Inc. Public Relations and was the responsible publicist for artists including Mary Chapin Carpenter, Ricky Skaggs, the Nitty Gritty Dirt Bands, Will the Circle Be Unbroken, Volume 2. Judi opened Turner and Company, an independent PR firm, in 1992, representing artists Kenny Chesney, Lone Star, Brad Paisley, Bill Gaither, and Rodney Crowell, to name just a few, as well as corporate clients, the RCA Label Group and CMA Awards. She also co-wrote music manager Bill Carter's memoirs and scripted the PBS special Johnny Cash Music Festival. An alumnus of Leadership Music since 2012, Judi has served as manager of communications and events for the organization. Here's a special guest who has a message for you.
Hi, I'm Rodney Crowell, and I'm here to congratulate Judi Turner on being inducted into the 2019 Source Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Judi. I've known Judi a long time. She's a good friend. She came into my life at just the right time. I was just starting to make my way in the music business, and I said, Judi, what does a publicist do? And she says, oh, I'm going to get your name out there. We're going to do interviews and get you in newspapers, television maybe. I said, oh no, Judi. No, I see myself more in the Bob Dylan vein. Bob Dylan doesn't give interviews, and he keeps his mystique that way. And Judi very sweetly said, well, Rodney, I'm pretty sure that people miss what Bob has to say, and I'm not so sure that they would miss what you don't have to say. Oh, okay. So she got my attention right there with kindness. She redirected me to the job at hand. She did it with kindness, and she continues to operate with kindness to this very day. She never stepped on anybody to make her way up the ladder, and she's always been there to help those who are in need. Judi Turner is truly one of the great minds and hearts in this business. And I'm really happy for you, Judi, and I'm happy for all of the other women who are being inducted tonight. So, God be with you.
All right. Please welcome to the stage the 2019 Source Hall of Fame inductee, Judi Turner.
Well, it's late and I didn't stick to the 3-minute rule, so I apologize for that. I want to thank you so much for this honor. My late sister-in-law would have said, I am stunned and amazed and deeply grateful that you have seen fit to honor me. It's also a little bit bittersweet because of all those people who were instrumental in my life and career who are no longer with us tonight, except in spirit. There are 120 women on the walls of this wonderful museum that might never have received an award if not for Source, and myself included. Ladies of Source, you are simply the classiest women that I know. I am so honored to be here tonight and to join this distinguished company. You have touched me deeply, and I thank you. Many of you know of my fondness for a little gem of a book called When God Winks at You. It's about the power of coincidence. And I can attest that everything good that has happened in my life has been because God winked at me, including standing here tonight. Living in my hometown of Gainesville, Georgia in 1978, I was suddenly and swiftly struck by a love for country music. Living in Nashville soon became an all-consuming dream. You know, they say it all begins with a song, but with me, it all began with a songwriter. Backstage at an Alabama concert in Gainesville, I met a hometown aspiring songwriter who told me that if I ever needed help in moving to Nashville, he would be glad to help me. John Gerard was losing his sight at the time, but yes. But again, he didn't think of that. He just thought, what can I do for Judi? When I did move to Nashville in 1982, John and I worked out a plan. I would pick him up every morning out at his apartment on Charlotte Pike, and I would take him to the road. In exchange, he would introduce me to anybody that happened to get in our way that day. And in the process, I learned how to get around Nashville. John taught me to navigate the streets of West Meade and other places leading to the road. It was, in exchange, he would introduce me to people such as Mark D. Sanders, Archie Jordan, Woody Bomar, and J.D. Martin, in addition to friends today such as Chuck Neese and Cheryl Blackman. One of the friends to whom he introduced me was journalist Bill Littleton. Bill took my resume over to CMA. There was a job available there. He was hoping to see legendary executive director Jo Walker-Metter, but she was out. So he left her a note and said, "Jo, over the years you've done me a lot of favors, and now I want to do you one, and her name is Judi Turner." Well, Jo was so intrigued that she called me in for an interview. She had somebody in mind for the job, Kathy Gurley, but when I ran into her several weeks later at an event that Bill took me to, she said that her administrative assistant, Deb Bronner, had left and the job was mine if I wanted it. Another God winks. I could have had no deeper dive into the Nashville community and into country music than I had at CMA with Jo Walker-Metter, Irving Waugh, Ed Benson, and Helen Farmer. They really taught me what it takes to be in this industry and the right way to do things. Although I eventually moved into the PR job and then on to other adventures, those 6 years were golden. Liz Thiels hired me to be a publicist at Network Inc. And thanks to observing Liz and Jenny Bowler, two of the best ever in publicity, I learned to be a publicist. God winked, and through the generosity of my friend Bill Carter, I was opening my own PR company. He winked when my banker and good friend Brian Williams told me that his wife Marion wanted to change jobs, and she became Turner & Company's first employee and chief rainmaker. Brian was also responsible for introducing me to two of his proteges, Diane Pearson and Lori Badgett. Don't cry, Diane. Don't. Whose friendship enriches my life still. He would be so proud to know that Lori Badgett was just elected president of ACM, and Di is beginning to serve her second term as president of Leadership Music. And that his son just started college last week at IU. Marion, you've done a great job. There were 3 other young women who made the company the success that it was for 20 years. And I am so honored they are here tonight. Laura O'Brien, Cassie Petty, and Jennifer Green. They were the heart of the company who became cherished friends. Publicists in Nashville share a special bond. We are that proverbial village, and I am grateful for my village people. Ronna Rubin, Dixie Owen, Jenny Bowler, Sandy Neese, Sarah Brosmer, Teresa George, Fletcher Foster, and many more. I was fortunate enough to be chosen for leadership music in 1996, and I remained in a volunteer capacity for all the years after that. In 2012, when Deb Lynn was named executive director of leadership music, she asked me to stay and be on staff there. I will forever be grateful to you, Deb, for that. I found an incredible job that brings me great satisfaction and keeps me young, at least most of the time. And I could not have gotten through the past 4 years without my guardian angels, Deb, Cheryl Blackman, Josh Summerall, Deb Barnes, Linda Blossbaum, Bobby Reimer, and Jimmy Wheeler. I would always tell artists, if they accepted an award on an award show, not to try and thank everyone. They were sure to leave out their wife or girlfriend or somebody that would matter. So just thank Joe Galante, country radio, and the fans, and you got it covered. I'm going to break that rule. Some of the greatest rewards in my life have come from the artists who placed their careers in my hands. The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Rodney, Lone Star, Shenandoah, and for 13 years, Bill Gaither. I am so proud of the work that we did together. I would be nothing without the love and support of my family and lifelong friends from Gainesville. 5 of my Gainesville besties are here tonight, and it means the world to me that you are here to share this special evening with me. None of this would mean anything without my brothers, Ben and Johnny, who are also here, and my niece and nephew who are not. I appreciate the love and support you have shown me always, and I am as proud of you as I know you are of me. And finally, it may be a cliche, but the wind beneath my wings was always my mother Tripp. Everything that I am, I owe to her. She encouraged all 3 of us to follow our dreams, and we did. And look where my dreams and a few God winks have led me. Thank you.